Welcome back to episode 5 of my Vanilla Plus modded Forever world, where it's becoming increasingly obvious that something's missing. I was just thinking about how I can kind of accentuate this build and kind of bring this up more to life, and I came to the conclusion that I'm missing an essential wood type, spruce. So I haven't taken a look around yet, but I'm pretty sure with my distance horizons I should be able to see any kind of spruce forest or spruce biome, or biome where they spawn. I do need those trees. Unfortunately, I don't really want to take the time to journey out somewhere, but I think it's becoming an essential wood type for this build. So, real quick, I'm going to go out exploring and see if I can find any spruce trees to bring home. And then after that, we should get started with the actual build. There we go. All right. This wasn't too far out. I just headed out to the sea a little bit, and I did take advantage of my zoom feature, but that's why this is Vanilla Plus. So I'm gonna go grab some of this and then just bring us right back. This isn't too far away, just about like a maybe 5 to 10 minute boat ride out. All right, that wasn't too bad. It was about a 5 minute boat ride away, not too far. Got some spruce. I'm gonna go ahead and try to see if I can, no pun intended, spruce up this front a little bit. See if any designs I like stick. If not, we'll go back to the drawing board. That looks a lot better. I think that turned out just perfect how it needed to. I'm going to play around in a little more detail. I think I want to bring it just a little bit farther out so it pops a little more. Don't want to mess with it too much. I think it's what we got going is really great. Beautiful. How about... Hmm. I like it, but I do think it diminishes from the what I'm going for. So I might not do that, although it's hard because I think it does look good. I just think it's sacrificing the whole look of everything else here. You know, I think this is good. I think I like it how it is. I think it's good. Maybe something out here or just right here. I think that could look better. There we go. And oh, something like that. Yeah, that's better. I think this is coming together beautifully. I cleaned up the furnace and the kind of chimney, I guess you could call it, a little bit, made it look better like that. I think that looks great. I'm gonna terraform this eventually. However, right now I'm gonna focus on getting the upstairs figured out because right now it is still just a little bit barren. Definitely need to kind of figure out where I'm gonna be putting things, how large this upper floor is gonna be, that kind of thing. So I'm gonna get to mapping out that as well as doing probably some excavating and start to implement the pallet upstairs, and I'll check it after that. This has got to go. Now, if I remember correctly, trimming vines with shears stops the growth. I wonder if that's the case. I think that's good. I wonder. I think that'll be good. I've been thinking I need to start planning out the actual layout of the base and where things are gonna go. I need a bedroom. I think I'm gonna go ahead and turn this space into that once I'm done with the walls. I'll spend a little time decorating, just getting the bedroom set up so we have an actual home. And then I think the immediate next thing to do is to work on the chest room so we get rid of this thing out here. There we go. That's a cute little archway. I had some trouble figuring out how to do this, but I think this looks good. I don't think I need a door, because if I do the door, then it won't be connected. So I think just having a little open archway looks cute. I think that'll be nice for having the end of this tunnel. Yeah, that's cute. Just out of curiosity, where does this go out to? Okay, I can work with that. Yeah, there we go. Now the question is what to do with the roof here, because I don't want to make it just copy paste spruce. That'll look a little weird. So I might need to do some testing with this to make sure that this all looks good. But I think the room layout looks great. Here's what it looks like from the outside, or I guess from down. You can't really see the room itself, but I think being able to just knowing there's a little arch there, I think that makes it look better. And then I think I did the window pretty well. I like how that turned out. Um, I think it's looking great. Oh, I thought Apparently these shears don't work. I thought it did. I was hoping it would. I know you can do something with string, so maybe I'll have to do something with that. I just, I love the look. I just don't want it hanging down in my face, you know? All right, so I've gone ahead and added some stripped spruce logs to the floor just to kind of break up the planks a little bit. I think it does a lot for it. I think that this is perfect because I'm not staring at the floor directly, right? You're not really paying attention to it, but just seeing it in the kind of peripheral vision or background just does help. It just makes it a lot, better looking instead of just having straight planks. I think the next step is going to be to start moving things up into my bedroom. I still need to figure out what to do with the ceiling. I'm not definitely don't want to do spruce again. I don't think, at least unless I have to. So see what I can do with that. Otherwise, I'll just start moving my things up here and get settled in, and we'll figure out the ceiling later. I'm curious if there's a world where this palette works. I think there is. I think it does work. I kind of like that. Now, same thing with birch. As I mentioned with acacia, last episode. I do like birch just in certain areas, like you can't use it anywhere, and I do think it is better with shaders. But this is not awful. I don't hate this. I think this does look really good. I think I'm gonna use this one. Yeah, I'm liking this a lot. I think this is looking good. I'm gonna try to get some birch stripped logs and see if that will kind of break it up a little bit more. And I might see if there's like a third block I could introduce to the ceiling, but I think this is pretty good. I'm happy with how this looks right now. I think this looks great. Oh yeah, for sure, absolutely. I uh I think it looks good, but I think it's a bit too extravagant for the room we're working with, so I'm gonna say no. I think this is better. I might change it again later. I don't like, just how the trim of the bed does not match what this is going for, but and with that, I think it's safe to say that the first big part of the house is done. Obviously, there's still things I need to kind of finalize. I still need to touch up the rest of the ceiling. I need to move some more stuff inside. I need to get the chest room figured out. But I think a good part of this house is finished. I'm really liking the roof, I think, or the ceiling. I think I did a good job with the wall design as well. I think this has really come together. I didn't really know what I was going to be doing when I first started. And like I said, I had an idea. I didn't end up using any of that for my the house, But I think where it's kind of evolved to is super nice. I think this is looking great. I cannot wait to add more little details just to make it pop and flush out more. I am really excited for what's going to come. I have a few more ideas of things to do here. Um, but yeah, I just keep repeating myself. I think this is looking great. I think I said at the end of last episode as well. I'm just with every little thing I add, it's just popping out more. I think the new room is great. I love the little window. It's really nice. And just the little sunlight peeking through over this little wooden awning that I added on top with spruce. I think that's great. Spruce is definitely a necessity for some of these things. I think it was what was missing from this build. I think it just adds a little bit of darker woody textures, and I think spruce is the perfect thing to do that. So I might just touch up a little more things. I might start working on the chest room, but I suspect we're getting close to the end of the episode from here. So we've ran into our first problem, and that is base size. So I like to be a little ambitious with my chest rooms, even if it's my starting one. So I will typically map out or like dig out the whole place before I start placing my chests down. So as you can see here, I have kind of started excavating this area, five this way, five this way. The issue is we are at the end of our little hill here. So I grabbed some dirt from the chest, and I think I'm gonna try to terraform this a little bit, just because I do want to still have my row of chests on this side. So I'm gonna just do a little bit of terraforming to see if I can get this to look naturally curved out on this side, and hopefully that should come together and work pretty well. All right, it doesn't look perfect, but I think it looks pretty solid, and it's not like there's gonna be anyone else on this world. So, I think I think we're going to call this fine. I might come back and clean it up again later, but for now I'm gonna call that good. For the chest room, it's gonna be pretty straightforward. I just like doing chests along either side of the storage room. So we'll get to that next episode. It's going to be a lot of wood gathering, probably about 30 minutes straight, would be my guess. I do have an idea of what this room was going to look like. So I'm going to need to gather some specific materials and just wood in general. So that's going to be fun. We'll leave that for next episode. For this one, I'm going to wrap it up there. I I think I got some really great work done. I'm loving the ceiling. I think this is looking really great. I do want to get some more birch logs. I might do that on off camera and just tidy up this ceiling a little bit more. I'm really liking this bedroom. We now are fully moved into our, well, not fully. We're now living in our new base. Um, I still need to get this done, but again, that'll be for next episode. So if you are still following the series, I would really appreciate it if you dropped a like and a comment. Just say hi, letting me know that you've been watching. I want to make sure I know who my day oneers are. If you are also interested and haven't done so yet, please subscribe to my channel just so you can see where the series goes. This is going to be my forever world, so I do foresee coming back to this world for a long time. But yeah, this is coming together really well. I'm loving the new window. I really like the little spruce trim I added on the top. I think the space is coming together swimmingly. I think it's looking beautiful. So if you do want to see how this base evolves further and then see what happens or where I go after that with this world, just make sure to follow, leave a like, share, and let me know if you have any questions about what I'm planning on doing. If you have any feedback, please drop a comment. Otherwise, thank you so much and have a good one.